Hey guys, AC Games here, and today I wanted to talk about Torchlight early game. So, I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the hardest early game ARPGs that I have ever played. And that's not to say that it's hard, because it's honestly not. It's just a matter of getting the right gear and making sure that you farm, or not necessarily farm, but get all of the monsters in each map. That way you are at the right level when you get to where you're going. Because as y'all are going to see here in a little bit, the Dwarf King, which is the first big boss, is going to kick my butt. But that's okay. So when y'all are going through the maps like y'all see here, just try to get as many of the monsters as you can to help level you up, and make sure that you're checking your gear and getting good gear on. But for the most part, the early game is fairly simple. Just make sure you're checking your gear, make sure you're getting your talents when you get them. And when you get new spells and whatnot, make sure that you're equipping those early and stuff like that. Make sure that you get all of your passives on there and your trigger skills. And make sure you upgrade them when you can, like you see right here. This here is your achievements and whatnot. You can get certain currencies for getting those. Make sure that you collect all of those that you can, because later in the game you will need them. And just try and explore as much as you can in each map. I am going to go ahead and let y'all know that I did go ahead and switch characters, so this will be the last of this character that y'all will be seeing. But I started a new one, that way I can learn a little bit more about this game for y'all and hopefully teach y'all some more. I am wanting to start doing guide videos for this game, so if y'all have any questions about anything or have any comments, please leave them below. And y'all can teach me just as much as I can teach y'all, so please do. This here is a waypoint thing, to where you can go to different spots in the map and go back to town to sell your gear. And please make sure y'all are selling your gear. You do get a certain kind of currency for doing that. Instead of destroying it, you do not get anything for destroying your gear. But if you do sell it, you get what's known as a flame ember. And that can be used later on in the game to upgrade and buy other stuff. But as y'all can see, do not have every piece of currency that you can equip yet. And this character here is already level 11. So I'm not sure how early you can get every piece of gear, but every piece of gear that you find, do use, unless it's not as good as the one that you already have equipped. But I am making my way down to the Dwarf King right now to fight him. And as y'all will be able to see here in a little bit, that is not the best idea for me at the moment. Which is part of the reason I went ahead and made this video for y'all to help teach some of what could go better and what could go worse. And also, I'm also just trying to help myself too. So I did go ahead and make a new character, and I have already gotten past this point. And there will be more videos coming in the next week or so about the more I learn. But here we are on the main stretch to the Dwarf King. And as I've said, the Dwarf King kicks my butt a few times. He is fairly hard as a first main boss. But on my other character, he was not nearly as hard. Because I cleared the maps a bit more, I got a little bit more gear. I was a level ahead of where this character is. So, and that's why I'm saying go ahead and make sure that you have your gear and make sure that you're clearing as much of the maps as you can, unlike I did with this character. Because if you just follow the quest, sometimes you only use like maybe a third of the map and the rest of the map just does not matter. But there are still plenty of enemies and a couple mini bosses in some of those areas. And like I said, make sure that you're checking every piece, especially to begin with, because some might be better, some might be worse. And then certain characters use other gear a little bit better than other characters will. So just keep that in mind as well. And here we are going up towards the Dwarf King for the first big boss fight of the game. And like I said before, the Dwarf King kicked my butt a few times. He is not a cakewalk by any means. Yes, I do deal a lot of damage to him. And I got really frustrated the first time I died. But it's going to take me four tries to defeat him. Finally. But all I've got to say is don't get discouraged. Like I said before, make sure you go through the maps and defeat as many enemies as you possibly can. This is a harder boss battle than I've ever experienced in any ARPG game I've ever played. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense, you know. They want to show you that this game isn't going to be easy. It's going to actually be a bit of a challenge, and you're going to have to get the right gear and farm for the right stuff and, you know, do what you need to do to defeat the bosses, you know. So, like I said, make sure you're getting all the gear that you can. Make sure that you're equipping what's better than what you already have on. And make sure that you're using your talent points, which at the end of this boss battle, I will be telling you more about the talent points and stuff like that. But here we go for my third try. And right before my third try, I backtrack a little bit. Or maybe that's right before my fourth try. I backtrack a little bit to see if there's any enemies around, which, since I had literally just done that area, there's not going to be. But that's alright. Some of the boss battle mechanics, especially for the Dwarf King so far, are a little bit unpredictable. But if you have a ranged character, just try to stay as far away as you can, but also try to avoid those hands. And if you're using a melee character, just make sure you're moving around as much as you can, dealing as much damage in short periods of time as you can. Here comes that hand again, and I am dead. So here we go again. But overall, for the beginning game, it is fairly simple. It does walk you through pretty much everything that you need to know to begin with. I will, just as another reminder, I will just go ahead and say all the gear that you get, do not destroy it, because you can get good middle to end game currency when you sell it to the trader. You'll get a currency called flame dust. But here's Lean going ahead and stealing the spark one more time. And we're going to have to chase him after this, but in this video I don't actually do that. But like I said, pick up every piece of gear that you find in the beginning game, whether you can use it or sell it. And then here is the talent progression chart. You can only put little talent nodes, and the ones that are bright white, the light white ones, you cannot put a node into until you build the one before it. And you can see the little lines where it shows that. But make sure that you're putting your talent points in when you can and whatnot, because that will help you progress in the game some. And make sure that you're also upgrading your spell and skills when you can, and adding new ones when you can as well, at least in the early game. In the later game, it will be a little bit easier to change around and actually go for an actual build style. But as you can see here, I have the ability to add another one, but I don't have any skills. But if you wait a little bit instead of buying one, you'll be given some for free. And this is the talent progression tree again, and I'm going to look at a few of these and figure out which one I want for this character. But as I had said before, this will be the last time that I will be playing this specific character. I have made a second character now, and in about a week or so, I'll be starting to upload more guide videos from here. But I want to thank all of y'all so much for watching and enjoying my videos, and if you'd leave a like, comment, and subscribe, that would be great.
Brother, please give up your ambition. Wait, brother, why is your body collapsing?
I accepted Lean's deal so that I would be able to control this doomsday automaton. My body became a part of it a long time ago.
Why did you do that?
Why? That's a very good question. Why did I? I think at first, I just wanted to take my people back to the old days. The days of glory, when we possessed the spark.
The Dwarf King's voice gradually fades with his body. We should continue forward, partner. We must catch up to Lean.
I'm not coming with you. I need some time alone. Take care. That was no easy battle. You don't look very well.
Burning is my will to fight.